In this presentation, the two indigenous peoples of the Yanomami and the rural Chinese will be discussed. There are many vast differences between these two civilizations. However, there are also many similarities. Both of these civilizations are in great danger from urbanization and industrialization, and yet are two of the strongest, most successful indigenous groups left. Location and population. The Yanomami are a South African tribe inhabiting the Amazon jungle. It is the largest native tribe in Brazil, covering an area twice the size of Switzerland. It is estimated over 35,000 individuals make up its population. The exact population of the rural Chinese is not known. However, it is estimated that between 1980 and 2003, the number of rural Chinese in China has dropped from 3/4 of the population to less than 1/2. Economical organization. The Yanomami economic system can be divided into two groups. The first group consists of unprocessed or raw resources such as fruits, vegetables, or wood. The second group consists of man-made processed resource. This includes clothing, baskets, shoes, and baked goods. Both of these groups are traded freely between the villages or shabanos. Relations between shabanos rely on this essential trade to remain stable, as well as on marriages between villages. Trade is an important part of Yanomami life and has allowed the people to become the largest indigenous peoples settlement in Brazil. The rural Chinese economy differs by region and is therefore hard to singularly define. However, there is known to be large economical gaps between urban China and rural China, and little trade flow between the two. Goods harvested by rural Chinese farmers may be shipped to urban China. However, there is little given in return by the government or big business. Both of these economies are relatively closed off, and both are in grave dangers of urbanization in the areas. The main resources of the Yanomami come from the forest around them, which is being poisoned by miners, both legal and illegal. Both the rivers and the soil are poisoned by the chemicals used by the mining corporations. The main resources of the rural Chinese are from the village farms. However, with factories in the area, the crops will no longer grow. Villagers are often forced off territories by the companies as well as by the government. Other areas have been either intentionally flooded by the government or wiped out by natural disasters caused by dams and river diversions. One example of this is the Three Gorges Dam, which since its construction has caused countless villages to be flooded, subject to landslides, forced to move away, and even experiencing the earth near the villages to crack open. After relocation, many people state that they were only granted half their promised acreage. Political organization. The Yanomami political system is a democratic community. They have no visible class system or hierarchy. Decisions are made by group agreement only. Typically, large meetings will be held during which each individual will get a chance to respond. These meetings may last hours at a time. All community resources are shared amongst the group. No individual gets more or less than another. There are no chiefs or elders, nor are there slaves or servants. The rural Chinese culture is an obscure culture. Information concerning the political system and hierarchy is elusive. However, it is known that elders and ancestors are greatly respected in families. Religious beliefs. Yanomami religion is very focused on death, and there are many death-related ceremonies. Religious ceremonies are done by shamans, and similarly to many other indigenous peoples, incorporate a hallucinogenic. One of the most important rituals in the Yanomami culture is that of burning the body of a deceased tribe member. The ash is mixed with cooked bananas. The mixture is then ingested by the family members. It is only then that the spirit of the tribe's member is considered free. Rural Chinese religion varies based on the area. However, all rural Chinese are believed to follow the traditional respect of ancestors. The rural Chinese follow a patriarchal family structure, meaning the males are considered the elders of the family. The typical or ideal Chinese family includes extended patrilineal family. The sons and daughters-in-law, grandchildren, and unmarried daughters are also included. Gender roles. Yanomami women are considered inferior to men and are born into servitude. Women are trained to serve men from the age of 6 or 7, working in the gardens and doing other household work. Usually, child-rearing duties are shared between the women and the Shibano, while the men hunt. Mothers will raise newborns and infants. When the child is older, the duties will be shared with other relations and eventually the female community at large. This allows for women to be able to complete the daily tasks required of them while still rearing strong children. Young boys will be allowed to play and are even given weapons, while young girls join their mothers in housework. By 6, a young girl is expected to help her mother with the cooking, fishing, and gardening. Meanwhile, the men will spend little time caring for children. Their attention is mainly focused on hunting, which is of great importance among the Yanomami. Females hold little value in a rural Chinese family and are considered only a small happiness. Male children are considered the ultimate happiness, as they carry on the family name. Marriages are generally arranged, sometimes as early as 5 years of age. Polygamy is not only accepted in rural Chinese culture, but encouraged, as it increases the likelihood of the wife bearing a male. Newly married wives are of the lowest stature in the family until they bear a son. They are rarely spoken to directly, rather through the family members or in third person. Before the birth of a son, a wife is spoken to by her husband strictly through other family members. Afterwards, the wife may only be referred to in third person as the mother of the son. However, this family structure is under radical change.